My name is Michael D. Fay. There's always a Lance Corporal Van Gogh in every unit. From 2000 to the end of 2009, when I retired, I was the official war artist for the United States Marine Corps. Part of my story is, ironically or paradoxically, how being a Marine, both indirectly and giving me certain character traits, helped with being creative. But also, the Marine Corps would ultimately be that organization that would allow me to be an artist, that wouldn't dictate to me like what to do. Like, we've chosen you, you go to war, you do art. As a combat artist, are you an artist first or a Marine first? I am a big subscriber to good old Carl Jung, and Carl Jung had something he called the tension of opposites. It's both. It's not always either or. There's also and both. And it really depends on the situation. You got to be dependable both as an artist, if you want to have a long-term association with the Marine Corps and they want to send you back. But near term, you want that either patrol commander, when that patrol is done, if they've allowed you to go out, take somebody else's place, that you held up your own. An artist, a creative person, who's a writer, a thinker, has to stay in the tension of opposites. Because if you try to reconcile them, all you're going to produce is stereotype, as opposed to accepting that life is full of paradoxes. That does war result in creativity? Does this thing that's inherently destructive result in creation? And it absolutely does. We wouldn't have Walt Whitman's Drum Taps poems. We wouldn't have Siegfried Sassoon. We wouldn't have Wilfred Owen's wonderful poems. War has always had a lot to do with art. If you got rid of war, art history books would be about this thick. But also what has to do with art is human experience. And so when you go to war and you're with these men and women under the most trying, stressful, intense situations, you're at pure source of human experience. The Marine Corps has what they call the Wounded Warrior Regiment. So it's not just about people with traumatic brain injury or people with missing limbs or burns, but they treat PTSD as a battle wound. Just like we had brought art to war, now we're bringing art into the hospitals. We were sketching and we got to know them. Now, being fellow Marines, we tended to get them to open up. So we would find out a lot of stuff that families they hadn't even told their families. And so there started to be another sort of somewhat therapeutic component. These people have shared their lives with me, and hopefully I've given back art. But it's this whole other thing that I was privileged to participate in and be part of, and be able to have recorded some stuff, taken pictures, and then did art, portraits of all these guys, so that their legacy, their story, at least has a better chance of continuing to have a life of its own, and at some point, enter in the American culture and consciousness about what we have just gone through.